Coach Alpha Elite here with MGTOW News. Just wanted to give you guys an update on my perspective and observations of abortions. So last night, I haven't really had time to really think and conclude on the matter, on the subject, but uh, most people, it's not a pro-choice thing, it's a pro-abortion thing. So I have 4 kids, and I had my first kid at the age of 20. Never did I ever think about abortion being an option to me. Not even from a morality or religious standpoint. It was just the fact that I created life, and I couldn't understand why a lot of people support the killing of a fetus at any stage. In New York recently, I think it was like last week or some shit. I don't know. I just hear the news. They implemented that a full term fetus could be aborted. I'm not going to argue at what point does the fetus become a human being, but uh, the first few days, first few weeks of the zygote embryo process, is it the heart and mind and the nervous system are formed, right? So at that point, collectively, it could have consciousness. Just it's interesting how a lot of people are so misguided, misinformed on abortion because it's legal. They therefore feel that it's a means to an end, that it's fine, it's not murder. The government and the state setting the example that abortion's okay. And I currently live with a roommate that she's a female and she had an abortion, and I've talked to her about what her experience through all that was, right? And you get that guilt, the psychological irreprehensible damage that you put on your mind. Once you go through with that decision, how does any other decision after that matter? You know, pimping ain't easy, but what they never tell you. It's funny. So I live in Seattle, and I'm on my way to the gym right now. But 99, if you ever come to Seattle, Aurora 99 is Hooker Avenue. And oh my God, I've never taken advantage of a hooker, or I've never used a hooker. I just don't have to have have that. But that's a funny comment. Thanks for that, brother. Anyways, coming back to abortion, um, you know, it's not a choice. It's it's just like it's not a pro-choice argument. It's a pro-abortion argument. Last night, Lord, last night I had an extensive conversation with some random people on Facebook, just jumping in on the chats and pointing out arguments from thanks to Jordan Peterson. You guys already know that traditional conservative that he is. That's the funny thing about Jordan Peterson is I think he is so out of touch with the reality that fabric of society has turned into, that he is so traditional in the modern era. Like, you don't get these opinions anymore because you're a man, because you're a dude. What do they say? Oh, if you're a man, shut up. You don't get to say here. So not only are we not allowed to have opinions, we're not even allowed to have thoughts on the matter because it doesn't affect us. Well, it takes two to tango, right? It takes two to create a human being. It wasn't just it popped. This isn't Virgin Mary, right? This is the world how it is, just how it is. So men not even having the opinion or not even having the say in the matter, it's kind of fucked right there within itself. So I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on abortion? It's everyone's is entitled to their own opinions, but most are misguided, right? I have some information that I found online that's a pretty good source information. I think it's like abort73.com is what it's called. And it's a pro abortion, pro choice format. But I keep hearing the argument about what about women that are raped and sexually assaulted? Well, that makes up like 0.3% of all abortions. I read a few stats out there when I was reading this morning. It's black women are 3.5 times more likely to have an abortion than a white woman. Uh, this topic stemmed from Planned Parenthood and their corruption, right? I saw a post, somebody posted that, what's his face? Um, Facebook, the creator of Facebook. Can't think of his name right now. I just can't think of his name. Anyways, that guy, he donated $1 billion to Planned Parenthood, and it's kind of scary and sketchy to think that the CEO and the mind behind Facebook is supporting the death, right, of human beings. There's probably a conspiracy there, my mind goes to thoughts that Planned Parenthood is harvesting organs from humans that are aborted, or from fetuses that are aborted, and then they're gonna connect it to cyborgs and shit, right? Biomedical technology. Oh, anyways, I'm on my way to the gym. Just had some thoughts on the abortion matter. Oh, I just keep hearing the same arguments from the women's perspective and their lens. They just keep saying, "Oh, it's my body, my choice." Right? Okay, cool, right? But when you have double standards like the victim violence law or whatever, that if you kill a female, if a woman is murdered and she's pregnant, that's considered a double homicide. But the woman could abort that same fetus and be just okay. I don't know. There's some amorality there, right? Well, what about this woman? She is on her way to go get an abortion at Planned Parenthood, and she's murdered. So either way, the fetus, the embryo, was going to be aborted and killed. Yet, because somebody murdered that that human with the baby, like what? It's double homicide, but yet abortion's still legal. So there's some misguided human beings out there, and being MGTOW and going your own way, it's just so interesting that I don't want to be ignorant to society and what they believe in and what everybody believes in, because I'm part of this world. You're a part of this world. I mean, as most of us want to fantasize that you can just get up and go your own way. Well, that really depends on who and what and your life circumstances. Because I have 4 children, abortion affects me on an emotional level. It shouldn't. You don't allow that kind of shit to affect you, but at the same time, like, if my daughter wanted to have an abortion like 10, 20 years from now, I'm going to be supportive of her, but not the fact. The issue is things aren't supposed to make sense. You're right. Nothing makes sense around here. Oh my God. So, yeah, just trying to keep it on topic of abortions, but this world is fucking falling apart for real. So, look at Venezuela. We are potentially in a crisis of a World War III scenario. Uh, Venezuela has the largest oil reserve right now, and you have Russia and China, who over the past 20 years have put billions, trillions of dollars of infrastructure into their country. While the London Bank, they have denied withdrawal of their gold that Venezuela has stored in the London Bank. So now Venezuela is starved of the resources. All they have is oil and the petro to create a trade with. And when you have Russia, China, and America looking at the same country, and we back the coup, there could be a conflict there with international proportions. And then take a look at the economic cycle and everything in the whole world. Sure, American were replaced by foreigners. You're right. So if you think about Muslims and Islam, I was in the war. I went to Afghanistan and I saw what they do over there. Right? You got a culture that's so backwards. And what did they say? Boys are for pleasure and women are for bearing children. So you got a bunch of freaking, I don't even know what to call them, brutes, bunch of savage brutes out there trying to come into our Western civilization and change it. Shit, like, no, that's not okay. This country was founded on Christian beliefs, and you have the fabric of society trying to tear everything apart, making everybody in every single direction. And I'm about to pack up my shit, go to my ex-wife and say, hey, if you don't want the kids, I'll take the kids and I'll fully support them and not have to work a day in my life and just be a stay-at-home dad doing this kind of shit on YouTube, Facebook, whatever platform wants to listen. And, I think it's funny that you can make more money sitting on the couch than you can at a job these days. You just got to figure out how to work from the internet, right? Work remotely. Anyways, guys, I'm almost on my way to the gym. Just wanted to get a quick shout out about abortion. It's not right. It's still killing. It's a human being. You don't get to play God. You don't get to have the say in the matter when men aren't even considered on the other half. But in the end, guys, we can't fight the change. MRAs are taking care of that, and they've lost forever. End of the day, go your own way, man. Gentlemen, Coach Alpha, lead out.